It's time to make some people cry. It's time to make them cry. We gotta cut up some silver to melt. Look at them buffaloes. Oh no, 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 don't do that. Well, hate to say it, but it's got to be done. Shortly, I will get my silver cell going, and then I will have some 4/9 fine and at least 3/9 fine silver to cast with and to pour with. I've got a lot of, well, not a lot, but quite a bit of material I need to run through that silver cell so that I can 100% mark my silver. I mean, the only way right now, I mark it 99.9% if I haven't ran it through a silver cell, but I am definitely not going to be one that overmarks my metal. So I would rather mark it 99.9 if it hasn't been through the silver cell yet. But now my other stuff that I make, you know, stuff like this, yeah, that I will mark 0.999 fine, because it better be. That's what I bought it as. And I know that this just makes some people just cry. They say, oh, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. Well, you know what? I'm just cutting up some pretty silver to make some pretty silver. Okay, we are almost done. And we are going to get outside and pour some metal. So, we will get back at you in just a few minutes. Last one. Okay guys, we are outside in the little lab, and we are going to get ready to pour this new mold. Actually, I'm going to put it in here and get it ready to heat up. And see, we've got our silver down inside that crucible, and I don't like touching those unless I have to. So I'm going to go ahead and set this in and get it ready to start heating up, and we will get back at you when we're ready to start pouring. So I'm going to do some other chores while this is warming up, and we'll get back to you in a little bit. Just keep a little heat on it, just because. Okay guys, we are ready to go. Take our cover off. And we are going to pour our first 2-ounce copper. Cool. Alright, we got a nice pour out of that. Unplug this furnace for a minute. Put these over here. With things with eyes and stuff, there's really no rush to get them out of the mold, because they have to actually kind of shrink a little bit so that you can actually get them to come out of the mold. So let me go ahead and put this lid back on. Get this stuff out of the way. See if she's ready to come out yet. Oh yeah. Oh, and that is a chunk. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's our, got some nice rippling on the back. Nice copper skull. And it feels like a 2-ouncer, so very happy with that. Poured really well. Cool. Well, there it is again. I'm going to go ahead and pause for a minute, because before we do anything else, I do want to do the secret pour. So I will get back at you guys in just a couple of minutes. Okay guys, we are going to try this pour. There's a lot of detail in this bar, so I'm actually going to try and pour it right in here in the heater. So let's give it a try, see what happens. Shut this off, take this off. I think that's going to work. I think that's going to do it. That's what we got to do. We got to pour it inside that, inside there, to get enough heat to get it to pour good. So that actually looks like it took pretty darn good. So I'm going to see if we can get this booger out of here and see what we ended up with. But that is going to be a tough bar to pour, I can tell you that right now. Just because of how detailed it is. But I do believe we got it. Ooh, that water's hot, and that is definitely more than 2 ounces. But that's how we're going to have to do it, guys. And there she is. It's hard to see the backyard scrapping at the bottom, but we have the BYS up here, the 999 silver. And that is going to be my channel bar. Can't wait to see how that booger looks polished up. So there it is, guys. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to actually pour it inside the heater because of the fine detail in the bar. Okay, that was that one. So we did get a good pour. And we are going to go ahead and pour us a little bar. Get my glove. And see how it turns out. I did one and remelted it because I was just doing a quickie, but if this mold is hot, we should be able to get a pretty cool little bar. There we go. Get my overflow container. This is really hot. Yeah, that's going to be good. Very nice little bars. That's going to pour some really nice bars. So I'll have to see what those weigh out at. And we'll take it from there. Okay guys, we are all finished up and inside. I got them polished and stamped and marked. But before we go over that, I want to talk about these molds. And I want to talk about Applied Rotech, which is who I had make these for me. They actually don't have a website right now, but they do sell on eBay. Their eBay username is Gilman70. I will put links to them, in the description area below. But I just wanted to show you. I like keeping my molds in bags. I don't like them to get damp. But I wanted to show you what a nice job they did on these. Now this mold, one thing I did learn today about this mold, and having a mold made with such fine detail like down in here and here, is this mold has to be really, really, really hot when you pour it. I had it pretty hot when I did pour it today, but I actually should have probably let it get a little bit hotter, but I was anxious to pour it. So this is the results now that I got carbon all over my fingers. Anyway, this was my bar mold. This was a custom skull mold that I had them make me. So here is the results. That was the one you saw. That was our first pour. And that came out at 2.83 ounces. So that mold is probably going to pour close to 2 3/4 to 3 ounces every time. 3 troy ounces. I hope you can see that okay. It is actually came out really, really nice. I'm very happy with that. I am not. I said in the lead-up video to this that I was taking the silver off the site. I'm not taking the silver off the website. What I'm actually doing is just taking the prices down. So you'll have to email me to get a price on something. Just because it's too hard to try and update that daily, and it's just easier that way. So if you guys are interested in any of these, just drop me an email. This is my little skull. It's the first one. This is actually number 2. It is 1.21 troy ounces. So that one is still available. The bars that I have left that are still available from the website, and these are still on there. I haven't put these on yet, but these guys are still there, but you still have to email me for a price. This one is 1.15 troy ounces. This is bar number 2 of the style B. This one is a B style bar. It is 1.21 troy ounces. It is number 3, and actually, I don't know if you can see it in there, but I goofed. The 3 is actually backwards, so this is actually an error bar. And then I have bar number 4. These are the Backyard Scrapping B series bars. This is that new, well, let me get to this guy first. And there it is. That is my channel bar. It has Backyard Scrapping up here. Backyard Scrapping is written across the bottom. It's a little hard to see. And then it says 999 silver up in this corner. And then on the back, this is actually a honker. It's 3.95 troy ounces. The pour date here, USA stamp, and then the number 1. But I am going to offer this bar, so the first person that emails me for a price on it, I'm charging just like everybody else, 10 over spot per ounce. So that's going to be an expensive bar, but it is a number 1 and definitely a one of a kind right now. And then this guy, same way. And then I got to these little guys, which this was that steel mold. I actually wanted to get a mold. I wanted to try out a steel mold because the graphite molds are great, but they do wear out. And as many bars as I pour, and as many bars as I pour for customers doing refines and stuff, I actually need something that's not going to wear out and get all pitted on the bottom. So I bought this steel mold to try it out, and I really like it. It pours some nice little chunkers. This guy's actually 1.5 ounces Troy, almost exactly. So you could probably pour these at an ounce, anywhere from an ounce to 1.5 ounces, just depending on where you stop. It's not going to pour more than 1.5 ounces because it just barely started the muffin top. But anyway, guys, there's the pours. This is the silver that I have available right now. Like I said, if anybody wants any of it, get in touch with me for a current price. You email me at scrapping, SCRAPPING, at djgems.net. That's djgems.net. My email, website address, and all that is always in the description area of my videos. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. That is a heck of a lot bigger skull than that little guy. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I will put all the information for Applied Rotech in the video, in the description area. I will put their eBay username and then actually a link to their eBay page, because if you want to get something made, now there's prices, they have prices on there, you know, telling you that, but that's just basic. You actually have to send them like a proof or a photo or something that you want to have made, and then they'll send you a price. And last but not least, if you mention Backyard Scrapping to Gilbert in your email, you can get a 10% discount on your molds. Now, I'm going to tell you, I paid $100 for this mold. I actually paid $99 for it. But I don't think that's out of line, considering, you know, what a CNC machine costs and then the programs and all that stuff. So, anyway, like I said, mention Backyard Scrapping to them when you know, if you try to get a price from them on something, or you want to get a price, and they'll give you 10% off. So anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a blast pouring these. I couldn't wait to get to these guys. I knew this one was going to be really cool, and I knew this one was going to be hard to pour because of the detail. But anyhow, that's what I have available right now. If anybody's interested in any of it, give me a holler, and we will get back at you in the next video. So this is Backyard Scrapping, signing off.